If you had one thing to tell us, what one thing would you want viewers to know right now?
How overwhelmed I am with the support that this community has provided for neighbors in need. Strength and compassion has really risen to the top and forefront, and these people have really stepped up. I couldn't be prouder of the city of Smyrna right now.
Hey everyone, Dan Peterson here with the Peterson Partners team at Berkshire Hathaway. I am here with Smyrna Mayor Derek Norton and also with my wife, Jill Peterson. Welcome, Derek and Jill. How are you guys doing?
Great.
Doing okay. Thanks for the opportunity to be with you this morning.
Awesome. We're happy to have you here. So you just got into office this year. It's been a interesting, probably first few months, hasn't it?
That's the understatement of the year. I've had many talks with my wife, Laura, and just reminded ourselves that we signed up for this. But it's, you can't have there's no script for any of this stuff, and we're getting through it the best we can.
Yeah. So what's been some of the biggest challenges for you and for Smyrna right now?
I think probably the biggest challenge is just adapting to the fast changing environment that we are living in with the pandemic, making sure that we continue to serve our citizens the best that we can, while at the same time protecting our staff and making sure that the public is safe.
Awesome. Well, I know the city and its residents have been doing some wonderful things like the Hot Meals program. Can you please share some of those highlights?
Oh, I'd be glad to. Yeah, I love talking about this stuff because it's really been, you look for bright spots in all the bad news that keeps coming our way. And we really have a lot of good things to report on in Smyrna. This community has really come together and shown their strength and generous spirit. We've done the Support Smyrna program, which people can contribute, and then recipients in need get gift cards to the grocery store to help them get through these times. You mentioned the Hot Meals program. That's a partnership with the city of Smyrna and the Tillman House, which is an arm of Smyrna First United Methodist Church, and they're providing hot meals to families in need. And we've been able to bring in local restaurants to help with that effort, which has been good for them and also good for the citizens. The Smyrna Police Department on their own came up with a program to pick up and deliver groceries and medications to the most vulnerable in our community, and that has really taken off and been well received. We have people that are volunteering to pay other people's utility bills. From a city perspective, we've helped local businesses with breaks on water, sewer, sanitation, business license fees and things like that. We're just trying to do everything that we can do as a community, understanding these tough times that people are going through, to help not only our local businesses, but also our citizens. And the response has been just tremendous.
Awesome. So I know you mentioned the Support Smyrna program. How successful has that been?
Man, I can't even overstate how unbelievable it has been. We thought maybe we'd raise $5,000 or $10,000, which would help somewhere around 50 to 100 families. To date, we have raised almost $90,000. And the way it works is if you give a $25 donation or more, you get a Support Smyrna yard sign in your yard delivered to you. And neighborhoods are having competitions about who can give the most and get the most yard signs and show their support. And I've personally called every recipient of these gift cards to the grocery store, and I can tell you it is making a difference. People are so thankful that people are stepping up to help them, and it's really been great. And we've tied that in with some of our other programs as well.
Awesome.
That is awesome. And you talked about the Smyrna Police Department helping seniors and those with health conditions. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure, glad to. This was an idea from Sergeant Lewis Defense, who's the community relations officer, along with Taylor over there. And they just said, look, we want to help our most vulnerable population, elderly, medically fragile, and others with any kind of condition. And so whoever needs groceries goes ahead and does their order at one of the grocery stores. I think it's been mostly Kroger. and then they'll go pick them up and deliver them and leave them on their porch. And they've posted videos of citizens, that are inside their window or inside their door that really appreciate that they didn't have to go out and expose themselves to this environment that we're in right now and possibly get sick. So they've really, it's really been great. And then they combine, those folks are obviously in need, and we're combining the Support Smyrna program. So we've been able to connect folks with that program through this as well. And it's just kind of all snowballed in a great way.
That is great.
Now, we had the opportunity to interview Andre over at Porchlight earlier this week. So I know, restaurants have really had to change their business model during these times. But did you guys develop a restaurant finder?
Yeah, we did early on. We saw that they were suffering so much, obviously, with the decreased traffic. We did carry out and carry on, kind of a supportive message to our residents. Look, can still go. Please tip your server. The people that are providing this, please order from our local restaurants. And so we got with our Kata Roper in our GIS department. We personally reached out. We had staff members reaching out to each restaurant and asked, are they going to be doing carry out? Excuse me. And got the ones that were and mapped them on our GIS. And so you can go and literally see who near you, if you're a Smyrna citizen, is providing carry out options. And it's got all their contact information, their location and all that. And that's been wildly successful and helpful connecting people with local restaurants.
Perfect.
Yeah, we ourselves have used that one quite a bit. A last question, or maybe the second last question. It's wonderful to see all these people come together. What is the best way for Smyrna citizens to help if they haven't been able to yet?
I think just continuing to drive people to the Support Smyrna effort. It's www.supportsmyrna.org. We're able to use some of those funds in addition to the grocery store cards to help the Tillman effort, and just a little expansion on that. They're providing 1,350 meals through that hot meals program each week, 450 meals each Monday, each Wednesday, and each Friday at 3 different locations. So I would say if they feel compelled and are able to help, that's the best way to do it. And then just generally, I think for the community, as they're out and about, try not to be, but if they are, please adhere to the CDC guidelines, strict social distancing, and just keep them and their families safe.
Gotcha.
So here's the big question. Governor Kemp came out with a plan to start getting businesses back open again. How's that impacting Smyrna, and how's that impacting you in your office?
The governor's orders, as you know, supersede anything that we would do locally. I think that there are some restaurants and businesses that feel comfortable opening and some that don't. I've heard Porchlight, you mentioned, they're not going to open even though they're able to. They're going to continue with their carry-out service. There are other restaurants, 2 of them, in fact, that are participating in the hot meals program, Zuka and Atkins Park, which I think are going to delay opening. And then there, the barbershops and salons, and there's not really a comfort level. What I've done is just said, look, for me personally and my family, we are going to continue exercising extreme caution in our interaction with others. I don't know what the magic answer is for when that time frame, getting into whatever the new normal is, will happen. But I think we just have to make smart decisions based on all of the information that's available to us. And, only time will tell how all of this plays out. But for me personally, I'm going to continue to keep myself and my family as safe as I can.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. One last thing. If you had one thing to tell us, what one thing would you want viewers to know right now?
How overwhelmed I am with the support that this community has provided for neighbors in need. Strength and compassion has really risen to the top and forefront, and these people have really stepped up. I couldn't be prouder of the city of Smyrna right now.
Well, thank you. We thank you for everything that you are doing for us. We wish you the best, and
thank you.
reach out if you need anything from us.
I appreciate y'all and the opportunity to be with you today, and hope you and your family stay safe.